Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my video, then do like it, share it and subscribe my channel for more feature update. So in today's video, I will show you how you can print Fibonacci series in Python. So first of all, let's create the file fibonacci.py. So I am creating the file fibonacci.py. Fibonacci.py. I am using here Visual Studio Code. You can use any code editor. And now what is Fibonacci series? So Fibonacci series क्या होते हैं? तो नंबर्स का सम को ऐड करके जब थर्ड नंबर बनते हैं एंड वैसे सीरीज होते हैं जो सीरीज में पहले दो नंबर को ऐड करने से थर्ड नंबर बनते हैं उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? फिबोनाची सीरीज बोलते हैं। तो फिबोनाची सीरीज के एग्जांपल क्या हुआ? जैसे 0,1 0,1 को ऐड करके क्या बना? 1। तो ये 1 आएगा नेक्स्ट नंबर। अब 1,1 को ऐड करने से क्या बनेगा? 2। तो 2 हमारा होगा नेक्स्ट फिबोनाची नंबर। अब 2,1 को ऐड करने से क्या बनेगा? 3। अब 2 और 3 को ऐड करने से क्या बनेगा? 5। अब 5 और 3 को ऐड करने से क्या बनेगा? 8। तो ऐसे करके जो हमारा सीरीज जाता है, जो थर्ड नंबर होते हैं, ये जो थर्ड नंबर है वो फर्स्ट और सेकंड नंबर के सम होते हैं। ये देखिए जो 2 है वो 1 और 1 के सम है, 3 जो है 2 और 1 के सम है, 5 जो है 3 और 2 के सम है। तो ऐसे सीरीज को हम क्या बोलते हैं? फिबोनाची सीरीज बोलते हैं। तो इसे हम पाइथन में कैसे प्रिंट करेंगे? तो पाइथन में प्रिंट करने के लिए मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ कि हम कैसे प्रिंट करते हैं फिबोनाची सीरीज को। तो सबसे पहले मैं यहाँ पे फिबोनाची सीरीज लिख देती हूँ जो मुझे प्रिंट करना है। सपोज program to print Fibonacci series in Python. So program to print Fibonacci series in Python. Now what Fibonacci series do I want to print? So I am writing here, suppose I want to print the Fibonacci series 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5 up to, I want to print it up to n terms. N terms I want to print it. Now n I will take the input from the user. So let's start. In Python we don't have to declare the variable, so we just can take the input directly from the user. So I will write here n equal to int input, enter the number of terms you want to print Fibonacci. So I will take the input from the user that how much number of terms he or she want to print. Now I have taken the input in n, and now first see the first number is 0. So I will take the input in a. So I will take the 0 input in a equal to 0, and see the second number is 1. So I will take it in the variable b. So I will write here a equal to 0, b equal to 1. And now what? I will print it. I will print this both. So I will print how? I will print a comma b. Now if I write only this a comma b, then what will happen? It will print it vertically. So I want to print it horizontally. So for printing it horizontally, what I will write here? End equal to, see, I will write here like this, end equal to this. So now what will happen? It will print it horizontally. Now what I have to do? I have to print the series up to n terms. I have to print it total n times. Now 2 terms we have already printed. We have already printed 2 terms. So how now we have to print n minus 2 terms. Now here what I will do? I will take a for loop. I will make use of for loop. So for I in, I will write a range function. Range function, what does it do? It we give 2 parameters here. I will give here 2 parameters, like one is starting. So I want to start it with 1. I want to generate it till n minus 2 terms. I want to generate n minus 2 terms. So for but in range function what it takes, if we give it n minus 2, then it will generate only n minus 3 numbers. Starting with 1, it will only generate n minus 3 numbers. Because it generates one number less than the parameter we have given. Suppose I give here 1, 4, then what it will do? It will generate only 1, 2, 3. But if I give here 1, 9, then what it will generate? It will generate 1, 2, till 8. So what I can do here? I want to generate till I want to generate n minus 2 terms. So what I have to give here? N minus n minus 1. So I have given here n minus 1, and now I have to give here colon, and here I will take a third variable. In third variable, what I have to do? I have to do in third variable, I will store the sum of first two variables. So first two numbers 0 plus 1. So in what variable they are stored? They are stored in a and b. So I will write a plus b. And now I want to print it. So I will print it like this: print s comma, and here like this I can print it here s comma like this. I will print it here like this, and equal to this. And now we have already printed 0 comma 1 and s. Now what are printed here? 0 is printed, 1 is printed, and this one is also printed. Now what we have to print? We have to print now 2. So how we will do this? We will do here a swapping. So how we do the swapping? What we will do? We will store the value of the second variable in the first variable. So we will store the value of the b variable in a variable. So what I will do? A equal to b. I will write a equal to b, and I will store the value of s variable in b. So I will write a b equal to s. And now again what will happen in it will iterate. So what will happen? A equal to b means 0, b value is 1, so it will stored in here in a. And now here s value is 1, so it will stored here in b. And now what will happen in s equal to a plus b? S equal to a plus b, what will happen? It will happen 1 plus 1, it will go 2. So now it will print 2. Now again s value becomes 2, and this is how the loop will continue till n minus 2 terms. So now I will save my program and I will run it. So I am running the program. See, it's asking how many terms you want to print in Fibonacci. Suppose I want to print 10 terms, so I will write here 10. Now see, the 10 terms is printed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 terms are printed of Fibonacci, and see, notice 0 plus 1 we get 1. 1 plus 1 we get 2. 2 plus 1 we get 3. 3 plus 2 we get 5. 5 plus 8 we get 13. And so this is how our Fibonacci series get printed. Now suppose again I want to run the program. Suppose now I want to print. Now suppose I want to print 4 terms. So I will print here 4 terms. Now suppose again I print here, and suppose now the user inputs only 2. Suppose he wants to print only 2 terms of Fibonacci. So he gives here 2. So 2 terms get printed. But suppose now he wants to only print one term. So but now again what will happen? It's getting printed here 2 terms. So what we can do here? We can give here a condition. So what condition we can give here? See here what condition we can give here. So now what we will do here? We will give here a condition. Now suppose user can input that he don't want to print any term. So what he can do here? If n equal to 0, if the user has provided 0 terms, then we will print a message: print sorry, please provide the number of term. This is how we can print the message. And now suppose he don't want to suppose he want to print only one term. He has given only one term. Then what we will print if n equal to 1. If n equal to 1, now suppose what we will give a elif. We will give a elif, and n equal to 1, then it will print what it will print? It will only print a. It will only print a. And suppose these all are not the conditions 0 and 1. Suppose he provides 2 or more than 2 terms. So then what it will do? It will go in else case. Now else case will be there, else case. And what we have to do here? We have to give here the indentations. So we have to just indent it to. This is how we can do this. Now save the program and run it. Now saving the program and running it. See how many terms you want to print in Fibonacci. Suppose user enters 0. sorry, please provide the number of terms. Now again we run the program, and now suppose we give here 1, so it will print 0. Now again run the program and print here 2, so 0 and 1. Now again run the program and print here 3, so it will give 3 terms. So this is how we can print Fibonacci series up to n terms given by the user. If you like the video, then do like it, share it and subscribe with your friends. And if you have any doubt, do comment me in the comment section. Thank